I want to clarify. My question is not so much on the controls. My question is more on the continuous nature of the control. So which of these controls do you typically see continuously monitored, James?
That's a good question. In theory, all of them should
Have to be one. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Because I think it depends on what type of program you have. So at Aquia, where I am now currently, we focus on building out what we call CATO, or continuous authority to operate. But if you work in a more traditional ATO environment, all of those controls are being monitored on a pretty continual basis. You have to renew your authority to operate every 3 years, or if there's any significant changes to the environment that the service of the system is operating in. But all of them should be monitored on a pretty regular basis. But when you build out the continuous authority to operate, depending on the approach or the strategy or the model that you use to do that, in theory, all of those controls and the evidence for all of those controls is flowing through some type of data pipeline into maybe a GRC tool on a continuous basis. So each control family and the controls inside of that family you should have a pipeline that basically stores that evidence, transmits the evidence and the status of those controls. And when those controls are tested in a continuous fashion, when they generate evidence or when certain events happen, you should have a way, whether that's through a dashboard or a GRC tool, to be able to see and determine whether or not a control is effectively implemented, or if there's been a failure at any point in time. And you should have the information that you need to be able to address the failure of that control and get it back into a status of being implemented or remediated. So in theory, in a continuous ATO environment, all controls should be monitored regularly.